And in today's episode, among other things, you'll see it's real. The Chinese humanoid robot iron, known as the world's most realistic, was displayed without synthetic skin and closely resembles a Terminator. Elon Musk was revealed. Tesla's secret lab is collecting human movements to teach robots how to behave like people. The private company from the United States launched Heaven Demo into space, and yes, it marks the beginning of the race for private space stations. In the quest to decipher life, an artificial intelligence is being used to sequence the genome of all species on the planet. Quavo, the Chinese humanoid robot that patrols power grids and is operated as an avatar by a human 1,200 kilometers away. Let's understand all of this. Hello, impressed viewers. I'm Carlos Alves, and you're watching Amazing Reality. Let's get to the video. Humanity has chosen to tackle one of history's greatest scientific challenges, sequencing the DNA of all known life on Earth. Earth-Build Genome aims for a goal that seems almost unimaginable to us: to catalog the genetic code of almost 2 million eukaryotic species in just one decade, more precisely 1.8 million species. If for us, human beings, it's almost impossible, the one taking on this task as possible is precisely artificial intelligence. The project began in 2018 to create a complete genetic map of Earth's biosphere, a record that will support studies in evolution, medicine, biotechnology, and conservation. The task is monumental. Only 4,386 genomes have been fully sequenced so far, less than 1% of the goal. But advances in artificial intelligence and automation are speeding up the process in an unprecedented way. Google Research is a key player in this revolution. In 2018, they created Deep Variant, an artificial intelligence that analyzes DNA sequencing data like images, a computer vision-inspired approach. Rather than just reading billions of DNA fragments linearly, the system detects patterns, spots errors, and nearly perfectly reconstructs the entire genome. Recently, Google launched Deep Polisher, cutting assembly errors by up to 50% during sequencing, thus ensuring that important genetic variations are not lost. And this is fundamental because small errors can distort interpretations about diseases, mutations, or evolutionary adaptations. These tools are allowing artificial intelligence to act as a digital microscopist of life, speeding up a task that once seemed impossible from our point of view. To give you an idea, the human genome, which took 10 years and $3 billion to decipher back in 2003, can now be sequenced in less than 24 hours because of artificial intelligence. With a cost of approximately $1,000, the new era of commercial space stations officially began on November 1, 2025. VAST, an American startup, launched the Heaven Demo, a 500-kilogram experimental satellite that is a prototype for the future Heaven 1 private space station. The launch used a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. At first glance, the Heaven Demo appears to be just another satellite, but it plays a vital role in testing the power, propulsion, control, and communication systems for the company's future orbital habitat. During 6 months in orbit, the vehicle will validate everything from navigation to emergency protocols to minimize risks as much as possible. Before Heaven 1's launch in May next year, the satellite has already deployed its 6 solar panels and is functioning normally, VAST reports. The mission involves thorough testing of the distribution unit, which manages energy from the batteries and solar panels. Engineers will assess how the system responds to simultaneous failures, simulating emergencies that could happen in crewed missions. At the end of the operation, Heaven Demo will make a controlled re-entry over the South Pacific, breaking up in the atmosphere. It's a planned step to demonstrate the safety of the company's disposal process. If successful, Heaven 1 will launch into a 425-kilometer orbit. The inflatable module will have expandable solar panels and a 45-day commissioning period. Before the first private crew arrives via SpaceX Crew Dragon, 4 astronauts will spend about 30 days on board in a fully commercial National Aeronautics and Space Administration independent environment. If all goes as planned, the first private space station in human history could become a reality in just a few months, marking the beginning of a new stage in which Earth's orbit will no longer be the exclusive domain of governments, but will also become a commercial destination. Will it? Let's wait and see. And according to reports from Business Insider, behind the cameras and the visionary speeches of Elon Musk, there's an experiment that sounds more like science fiction than reality. It's almost hard to believe. a laboratory dedicated to collecting every movement, gesture, and also human routine in order to teach the Optimus robots to perfectly imitate people's behavior. The project, supposedly conducted in secret by Tesla in the so-called Optimus Laboratory, is creating the largest database of human movements on the entire planet. Hundreds of human workers know about it. Did you like this video? Don't forget to leave a like, friends, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Anderson subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Tiago subtitles. Subtitles by Tiago. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Anderson. Subtitles Tiago. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Subtitles by Tiago Anderson. Subtitles Tiago Anderson. Humans optional. Musk even stated that Optimus could eliminate poverty and multiply the global economy by 10 during a shareholders meeting. The audience applauded as he said that robots could even replace the prison system. And how would that work? The robots would monitor prisoners in real time, allowing them to walk freely instead of being locked in cells with robots watching them. However, there's a huge gap between the ideal and reality. Currently, Optimus can only perform basic tasks and has unrefined movements. The training, based on humans recording their actions, seems paradoxical compared to the future Musk promises. To teach robots to replace us first or for now, we need to act as if we were robots. Musk recently admitted in an interview that the process will be long and turbulent. Working will be optional, he said. But until we get there, there will be a lot of trauma and disruption along the way. A universal basic income is necessary, as well as other measures that will need to be taken. What will they be? Comment below what you think about all this. All right, let's move on to the next one. Meanwhile, in China, I'm not sure if they're using humans to train robots. It's clear these machines move so much like humans that many people looking at this image think it's a woman in a robot costume with a prosthetic leg. That kind of comment was one of the many I saw in the previous episode here on Amazing Reality. But XPeng, the manufacturer of Iron, a humanoid robot with a surprisingly realistic appearance, released new images that made it very clear that there is no human dressed as a robot. The machine is real. The viral demonstration video shows Iron walking with unnervingly fluid hip coordination and posture, closely resembling a human. In its skeletal form, without the synthetic covering, the robot looks like something straight out of the Terminator. During the video launch event, I saw that I saw that I saw that I saw that that I saw that I They eliminate liquid electrolyte, lowering fire risk and boosting energy density, making the robot lighter, safer, and more efficient for continuous use, including domestic use. Speng says that iron is just the beginning of a new generation of humanoid robots with multiple purposes that will be able to work in factories, serve in domestic environments, and even participate in social interactions. The plan is bold and straightforward: to start mass production in April next year and complete the process by the end of 2026. With more human-like movements, digital expressions, and an almost organic design, iron is more than a technological breakthrough. He embodies the blend of artificial intelligence and a physical form, a concept the company calls physical artificial intelligence. The idea is to give real form and presence to a digital mind. For those who watch that Apple television series called Peripherals, you might have noticed the similarity between iron and what we see in that fiction. I really enjoyed it and can't wait for the next season. The DeLorean isn't from Honda, but the news now is something futuristic, like Back to the Future. It's from that company famous globally for cars and motorcycles. They've just proven that their ambition goes far beyond the roads. The Japanese company has completed its first reusable rocket launch and landing test, a milestone marking a new era as Honda's mobility shifts from Earth to space. The test was conducted in the city of Taiki in Hokkaido, an emerging hub of the aerospace industry. The rocket reached 271 meters, maintained stable flight for 56 seconds, and landed within 37 centimeters of the target. Its performance surpassed expectations and demonstrated the viability of vertical landing and autonomous control essential for reusable rockets. According to Honda's engineers, the goal is to master the key reuse system, drastically reducing costs and waste, a step that is very important towards sustainable space transportation. Since 2005, Honda has tested engines and conducted hover flights in the same area. The project is part of the company's larger plan to expand into space, using its decades of expertise in combustion, control, and robotics in a new setting, the cosmos. The aim is to achieve suborbital launch by 2029 and use this vehicle for commercial climate monitoring, remote sensing, and communication satellites. And will we be able to see space motorcycles, Honda vehicles one day? Let's wait and see. Quavo, a humanoid robot by Chinese startup Leisure Robotics, was designed to inspect and maintain high-voltage power grids in remote areas without putting any human at risk. The idea is to turn Quavo into a true steel avatar. A robotic body does hazardous work while controlled by humans over 1,200 kilometers away. All of this is possible thanks to a private and dedicated 5G network. This ultra-fast connection is the system's core, enabling real-time transmission with near-zero latency, something that's really essential when working with high-voltage power lines. During the tests conducted in Beijing and Shanghai, Quavo demonstrated 84% greater efficiency than traditional human methods, taking on tasks such as tower inspections, thermal monitoring, and preventive maintenance. Remote operation removed accident risks and demonstrated 5G's potential to safely automate critical environments. Its engineering is the secret to its performance. Quavo is a modular robot, available in heights from 1.2 to 1.66 meters and weights from 34 to 55 kilograms. The advanced Quavo MI model has 30 degrees of freedom, allowing human-like movements. The battery lasts over 8 hours non-stop. The sensor system features a 3D camera, directional microphones, light detection and ranging, and 360-degree panoramic vision. Enables navigation and spatial perception. Even on challenging terrain, he walks on sand and also on uneven surfaces. He can even jump 20 meters and carry up to 20 kilos of payload. Examples include tools and inspection equipment. All this, along with a movement speed of 46 kilometers per hour, allows for agile coverage of large areas of the power grid. And the American company Shield Artificial Intelligence presented the XBAT in Washington, a vital stealth unmanned jet from Group 5. This was designed to operate without a runway, launched and recovered from a mobile trailer, and capable of carrying out missions in environments with degraded communications. The aircraft features a tailless flying wing, foldable wings for quick transport, and an internal storage compartment. Concept visuals display IEM, 120 and similar missiles, which could enable the aircraft to conduct attack missions. Intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance. Intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and electronic warfare are also included. Measuring about 8 meters long with a 12-meter wingspan, a ceiling above 15,000 meters, and a range of 3,700 kilometers, The XBAT is built for stealth penetration in remote areas. Shield mentions an F-16 class engine, which suggests fighter jet performance with the ability to transition between vertical takeoff and high-speed cruise flight. HiveMind Shield's artificial intelligence is the core of the system and directs the aircraft in flight. The promise is autonomous navigation, squadron coordination, and decision-making in global positioning system, denied or jammed conditions, allowing an XBAT to operate alone or in a pack with other platforms, under a collective mind paradigm for cooperative missions. In short, the XBAT combines stealth, high-energy propulsion, internal weapon capability, foldable wings, and autonomy using artificial intelligence. It's a clear step toward distributed air power. Jets that fit on trucks launch without runways, and they make decisions when human channels fail or when the AIs want to. Who knows, right? If you enjoyed this episode, comment below. Determining if Iron from China is a real robot or if it's Elon Musk's Optimus, which surpasses both. This helps the video's engagement. YouTube suggests more channel videos, and I know you watched to the end. Thank you very much for sticking with me, all right? All the information about everything you saw, the links can be found here in the description. Thank you very much once again, really. Thank you so much for always sticking with me until now. Bye, see you next time.